They hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is it visible clear?
Visible.
Right. Some of the bacteria are having the extra chromosomal double-stranded self-replicating DNA molecule is known as
Plasmid.
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 The main genetic material
Nucleoid.
Circular DNA.
is
Nuclear.
the naked DNA, the single chromosome. It's nuclear. Right. What is the importance of the plasmid in prokaryotic cells?
Resistance to antibiotics.
Resistance and antibodies.
Resistance to the antibiotics. Right. So the plasmids are used for the transfer of genetic material. Transfer of the genetic material from one organism to another organism. That in detail concept we will learn in second PUC, biotechnology. Okay, now?
Sir, in NCERT it is given resistance to antibiotics, sir.
Yes, sir. Resistance to the antibiotics due to presence of plasmids. It's
Sir, what does that mean, sir? Antibiotics means that is the medicine or what? Sir?
Yes, yes. Yes, if the bacteria are present, the plasmid containing bacteria are entered into the human beings. If suppose the plasmid containing bacteria are entered into the human beings through the water or in the food.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if the antibiotic is taken, the bacteria.
So it resists the action of the antibodies.
Yes, the bacteria resists the antibiotics due to presence of the plasmid. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. So 70 type of ribosomes are present. Ribosome cell organelles are not surrounded by membrane, membrane-less cell organelles. Membrane-containing cell organelles are not there in prokaryotic organisms. The membrane-containing cell organelles are present in eukaryotic cells. Already know the types of the cells based on the presence or absence of well-defined nucleus. The two types of cells are there: the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells. In the prokaryotic cells, the membrane-containing cell organelles are absent. Now, what are the cell organelles in prokaryotes? Bacterium. The which cell organelles are present?
Ribosomes.
Ribosome. Very good. Are they 70S or 80S type of ribosomes?
70S.
20
70S type of the ribosomes. Right. The cell membrane is forms. Here I drawn the bacterium, outermost layer and the innermost layer. The outermost layer, this is a innermost layer, the cell membrane, very good, cell wall, and so on. The cell membrane is forms the foldings in cytoplasm, the finger-like structures. The cell membrane is forms the foldings in a cytoplasm. So these foldings are called as the mesosomes. In prokaryotic organisms, it's the peculiar character, the special character. The cell membrane forms the foldings. So these foldings are known as mesosomes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what is S in 70S, sir?
Yes, yes, is stands for That unit, the Swedberg unit. It indirectly measures the density and coefficient of the ribosome cell organelle. The ribosomes, the cell organelles are separated by using the centrifugation. In the centrifugation process, that rotatory emission, the cell organelles are separated. In eukaryotic cells, what are the cell organelles? Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, right? Mitochondria,
Plastid.
plastids, if it is plant cell, chloroplast cell organelle, the lysosomes, vacuoles,
Vacuole.
ribosomes. So several cell organelles are there. The cell is very small in size. Okay. So the cell organelles are separated by using the centrifugation, the process. Here, the ribosomes. The ribosomes are two types of there. The ribosomes, 70S and 80S type of ribosomes. The S stands for the units, the Swedberg units.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So what's the importance?
Annular and its modifications. In prokaryotic organisms, prokaryotic cells,
So can you tilt the camera towards left?
now
Yes, sir. Will do.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So in prokaryotic organisms, the prokaryotic cells, the cell annular piece consists of three layers. The cell annular piece consists of three layers. Here I drawn how many layers?
3 layers.
Three layers, right. So this is the outermost layer. And the next layer, the middle layer. So this is called outermost layer, second layer, and third layer. So in prokaryotic cells, the cell annular consists of three layers. The outermost layer is known as a glycocalyx. Outermost layer is known as glycocalyx. And the middle layer of the cell annular is called as cell wall. The innermost layer, so this is the innermost layer of the cell
Cell
is the cell innermost layer is the cell membrane or plasma membrane. How many layers are there?
3 layers.
3.
Three layers: glycocalyx, cell wall, cell membrane. Regarding this, in objective point of view, arrange the following layers of cell annular in centripetal order. Centripetal order means that outermost to the innermost layer. Outermost to innermost. Which is the outermost layer? The glycocalyx. Option 1 is glycocalyx. Cell membrane. Cell wall. Option 3 is cell membrane. cell wall, glycocalyx. Option 3 is glycocalyx, cell wall, cell membrane. Option 4 is cell membrane,
Sir, option 3.
cell membrane, glycocalyx, cell wall. What is the answer?
Option.
Option 3.
Very good. From outermost to centripetal means from outermost to the innermost. The glycocalyx first, then after cell wall, followed by the cell membrane. Right in centripetal. Right. Next, arrange the following layers of cell envelope in prokaryotes in a centrifugal order. Centrifugal means that innermost to the outermost layer. Very good, Ramana. And Vishalan answered that the second one, the cell membrane, cell wall, and glycocalyx. Cell membrane, innermost layer, next to cell wall. Then next glycocalyx. Centripetal order. Cell envelope includes in prokaryotic organisms. The question is the cell envelope includes. Option 1 is glycocalyx. Option 2 is cell wall. Option 3 is cell membrane. Option 4 is
All of the above.
all of them. What is the answer?
All of the above, sir.
Option 4 is the answer. All of them. Right. The glycocalyx, in some of the bacteria, the glycocalyx is arranged loosely. The glycocalyx is arranged loosely. Glycocalyx is the outermost layer. In some of the bacteria, the glycocalyx is arranged loosely. That is called as slime layer. If glycocalyx is arranged loosely, called as slime layer. In some of the bacteria, the glycocalyx is arranged. The glycocalyx is thick and attached tightly to the cell wall. Then it is called capsule. Glycocalyx is a thin, thick. Glycocalyx is thick. Right here, the glycocalyx is thin, arranged loosely. Whereas in some of the bacteria, the glycocalyx is thick. That's the thick glycocalyx is closely, tightly attached to the cell wall. Then it is called a capsule. What is slim layer and the capsule? What is the difference we are observing between the slim layer and the capsule?
Sir, slime layer is loose and this capsule is thick.
Yes. Capsule is thick and the slime layer is the thick. It's arranged loosely, whereas the capsule that's closely, tightly attached to the cell wall.
Sir, what is glycocalyx made up of, sir, mainly?
Glycocalyx
chemical composition.
Yes, the glycocalyx is protein coat. Protein coat consists of proteins.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it's not required. It's not required for subjective and objective. Arrangement important. Centrifugal, centrifugal, and the cell envelope is consist of. Cell envelope includes 3 parts. What are they? One is glycocalyx. Second one is
Cell membrane, cell wall.
cell wall, and the next cell membrane. So these are gives all these 3 are gives the protection to the bacteria. What is the function? The common function of the cell, the glycocalyx, cell wall, and cell membrane, or gives protection to the bacterium, prokaryotic cells. And cell wall. What is the function of cell wall? The cell wall gives definite shape. Already you have learned about the types of bacteria based on the shapes. How many types of bacteria are there based on the shapes?
4 types.
What are they? What are they?
Coccus, Bacillus, Spirillum, Vibrio.
Very good. Coccus, Bacillus, right? Next one, Spirillum, Vibrio. So here some of the bacteria are appear like spherical in shape, and some are appear rod in shape. Some are appear like spiral in shape. Some are appear like comma shape. So due to the presence of cell wall, the cell wall gives different shape to the organisms. Is it clear? And it is also gives the production, all the layers, the glycocalyx, cell wall, cell envelope, gives production to the organism. Cell wall gives a different shape to the organism, and it is also prevent from the bursting and collapsing. The cell wall gives the shape and also prevent from the bursting and collapsing. Is it clear regarding the functions? Right. The bacteria are differentiated into mainly 2 types. Based on the staining procedure. What are they? One is the gram-positive bacteria.
Sir, bacteria differentiated into 2 types based on
the staining technique, the staining procedure. The staining procedure based on the staining procedure. Based on the shape, 4 types.
shape 4.
4 types, right? The Coccus, Bacillus, right? Coccus, Bacillus, Coccus, Bacillus, Spirillum, Vibrio. Based on shape, right? Based on the staining procedure, staining technique. The staining technique was proposed by Christian Graham. How many types of bacteria are there based on the staining procedure, staining technique? 2 types. What are they?
Gram positive and gram negative.
Gram positive and gram negative. Right. Regarding this, in objective point of view, how many types of bacteria are there based on the staining technique? Option 1 is 2 types. Option 2 is 4 types. Option 3 is 3 types. Option 4 is 5 types. Very good. Option 1 is the correct answer. So how many types of bacteria are there based on the shapes? Then what is the answer?
4 types.
Option 2.
Option 2, 4.
Option 2 is the correct answer. Right. Who proposed that the staining technique?
Christian Graham.
Christian Graham.
Christian Graham.
Yes. Have you highlighted that sentence? Right and highlight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what's the staining procedure? Can you tell about it?
In staining procedure, the bacteria, initially, bacteria are the colorless. Here I draw a bacterial colony group. Okay, in a staining procedure, the bacteria are stained with the crystal violet. That violet or purple in color. Initially, the bacteria are colorless. In the staining procedure, staining technique process, first of all, the Christian Graham scientist was collected the bacteria, a group of bacteria. Later, he was added the crystal violet solution to the bacteria. Whenever the crystal violet is added to the bacteria, the colorless bacteria are attain which color? The purple color. The bacteria are attain purple color. Initially, bacteria colorless. Whenever the crystal violet solution is added to the bacteria, the colorless bacteria are attained which color? Please message me. Purple in color. Later, so these purple colored bacteria are treated with iodine solution. The bacteria are treated with iodine. Then after ethanol or acetone. After treating with iodine and ethanol chemicals, some of the bacteria are lost the purple color. Some of the bacteria are lost the purple color. Some of the bacteria are do not last the purple color. Some of the bacteria are lost the purple color. Some bacteria do not last the purple color. So which are lost the purple color? The such bacteria are known as gram-negative bacteria. Which are having the purple color, the such bacteria are known as gram-positive bacteria. Okay, so this is the procedure, the staining procedure, the staining technique. And do you have any doubts regarding this?
No doubt.
Right. So this procedure is not
So why we use iodine and ethanol?
Yes, no?
So why we use iodine and ethanol, sir?
He was used in demonstrated one experiment. The Christian Graham scientist was demonstrated one experiment by using the bacteria and some chemicals.
Sir, iodine or iodine solution, sir?
Iodine solution.
Sir, iodine solution usually has red color, no, sir?
Yes. After the treating, initially what is the color of the bacteria? Colorless.
Colorless, yes, sir.
Later, whenever the crystalloylated solution is added, the colorless bacteria are attained purple color.
Purple color.
Yes. These purple color bacteria are treated with some of the chemicals, like as first iodine, then after ethanol or acetone solution. After treating these with these chemicals, some bacteria are lost the purple color, and some of the bacteria are
They still remain with the purple color.
not lost the purple. Okay, no?
Yes.
Right.
What about colored bacteria, sir? Like blue-green algae, cyanobacteria.
Blue-green algae, that's different. Filamentous, non-starch to anabino. Here, the unicellular bacteria. Right, chlorobium, chromatium are appeared in color, purple and green in color. Colorless bacteria are there, also there. Some are appeared green in color, some are appeared purple in color, some are appeared blue and green in color in kingdom Moninets. Kingdom Moninets, some of the bacteria are.
Not use this technique.
Yes, sir.
So then we cannot use this technique.
We can use the that color, the chain blue-green algae. Supposing the blue-green algae are used in this procedure, blue-green algae attain which color whenever the crystal violet is added? The blue-green algae is turned into purple in color.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so first of all, he was used the bacteria and these chemicals. Based on that experiment, it was concluded that some of the bacteria are lost the purple color, some of the bacteria are attained the purple color. So which are lost the purple color, such bacteria are considered as the gram negative. Which are attained the purple color, such bacteria are considered as gram positive.
Sir, can few bacteria die due to this reaction, sir? Is there a chance? Is there a chance that the bacteria, due to the reaction, it can't handle
react with chemicals? Cell envelope is reactive.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, no? Right. So, no need to, this procedure is not required for both subjective and objective. Regarding this concept, you have to remember, you must remember the who proposed the staining technique procedure. What is the answer?
Christian Graham.
So bacteria are how many types? How many types of bacteria are there based on the staining procedure?
Two types.
What are they? Gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Right. In prokaryotic organisms, the cell membrane is forms foldings. So these foldings are known as
Mesosome.
mesosome. So some of the foldings are like finger-like projections, tubules. Some of the foldings are branched, like branches. That's having the branches. Some of the foldings are finger-like, and some of the foldings are like branch structure. So that's called as lamellae. And some of the branches are like spherical in shape, vesicles. So the cell membrane in prokaryotic organ, here I draw separately the cell membrane. In bacteria, cell envelope. The outermost layer, glycocalyx, next cell wall, then it is followed by cell membrane. The cell membrane is formed the foldings. Some of the foldings are appears like the finger-like projections, and some are like spherical in shape, and some of the foldings are appears. The foldings are consist of the several branches. The such type of structures are called as a law membrane. Do you have any doubts regarding these structures?
No, sir.
Yes, tubules, vesicles, lamellae formed by glycocalyx, cell wall, or cell membrane. Cell membrane. Now, what are the functions of these structures? So, during binary fission process, already have learned about how the binary fission takes place in bacteria. In Kingdom Monirins, biological classification chapter, we have learned about that how the binary fission takes place in bacteria. So during binary fission process, the nucleoid undergoes duplication. The one nucleoid is divided gives rise to two nucleoids. So here the cell membrane is involved. The cell membrane will form the foldings. So these mesosomes are helpful for the replication of DNA molecule. Replication of the DNA molecule. In replication process, the one molecule of DNA gives rise to two molecules of DNA. Here, during the binary fission process, first of all, the bacterium is having one nucleoid. Okay, later the size of the bacterium is increases. The one nucleoid is divided, gives rise to two nucleoids. So for the replication of the DNA, the mesosomes are required. Of all the functions you have to highlight, important for objective point of view. The tubules, vesicles, lamellae formed by the cell membrane. What are the functions of these structures? So these are involving the replication of the DNA molecule. So during binary fission process, the mesosomes, some of the mesosomes moves from periphery towards the center. The cell membrane forms the foldings. After the replication of genetic material, nucleoid, the foldings are moves from periphery towards the center. So then it leads to formation of two progeny cells from the one parental organism. How many progenies are found in the binary fission process? The one parental organism is divided into two progeny. So here these structures are useful for replication of DNA and formation of
Daughter cells.
Formation of the daughter cells, distribution of nucleoids into the progeny cells, and surface area of the cell is increases if bacterium is obtaining the water and food materials from a surrounding medium, nutrient medium and water entered into the bacterial cells at the time. So these foldings comes to the normal position. Normal position means that the surface area whenever these comes to normal position. So then it means these structures, the foldings vesicles are disappeared, then the cell surface area is increases, enhances the surface area of the cell. Okay, so these structures are helpful for the replication of nucleoid, cell wall formation, distribution of the nucleoid into the progeny cells, enhances the surface area of the cell. Surface area of the cell, and it consists of respiratory enzymes. Respiratory enzymes. Respiratory enzymes are present. So, due to presence of the respiratory enzymes on the mesosomes involved in the respiration process, some of the enzymes are involved in respiration process. So, where the enzymes are located, the enzymes are present on the mesosome. Due to presence of the enzymes, respiratory enzymes, that mesosome is involved in respiration process. Okay, no? So, what are the functions of the vesicles, tubules, and lamellae? The mesosomes functions in prokaryotic organelles. Option 1 is replication of nuclei, formation of cell wall. Option 2 is respiration Option 3 is increases the surface area of the cell. Option 4 is all of it. What is the answer? Very good. Very good. All of the fourth option is correct. Do you have any doubts regarding this? Do you have any doubts?
No doubt, sir.
No doubt, sir.
Sir, how does increasing the surface area help, sir, for the cell?
For nutrition. During absorption of the food material, suppose if lactobacillus present there,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
in a milk,
It turns it into curd.
yes, that's involved in conversion of milk into curd. While obtaining the food materials from the surrounding medium, so the food is entered into the bacterial cell, then it increases the size of the bacterium cell. Size is increased, yes, no, right. So there, these foldings are comes to the disappear. Foldings are disappear. Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Sir, in the curd we consume, the lactobacillus will be present or it will die, sir, after formation of curd.
So whenever the nutrient medium is available, that's favorable conditions. That's in living condition. If the favorable conditions are available, initially, suppose 10 bacteria are there, they are becoming to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 80. The 82, like the number will be increases, natural death doesn't take place, unicellular organism, living condition of lactobacillus.
Yes, sir. Sir, if it enters human body, there is no harm, no, sir, for the human body.
No, the B12 vitamin enhances, that checks some of the diseases. Useful. Useful benefit.
Okay, sir.
Sir, how it helps in production of cell wall, sir?
Person.
Sir, how it is helpful in formation of cell wall, sir?
Cell wall.
Sir, how are these folds or the mesosomes helpful in formation of cell wall?
Replication of formation of cell wall.
Yes.
in the cell membrane in a parental organism. What is the outermost layer? Outermost layer is the glycocalyx. Next layer is right. Next layer is cell wall. Innermost layer is cell membrane. What is common method of reproduction? Binary fission process. The one parental organism is divided with phase two progeny. So this is a cell wall, cell membrane. Nucleoid. How many nucleoids are present in a parental organism? The number of nucleoids. One, no? Later, the nucleoid is involved in replication. One nucleoid is divided with phase two nucleoids. Here, replicatory enzymes are provided by the mesosome. So the one nucleoid is divided with phase two nucleoids. After the formation of nucleoids, the cell membrane is the consist of mesosomes. No? So mesosomes are gradually deepens towards the center. Meanwhile, the cell wall formation. Cell wall is also formed. Already it's there in the parental organism. Major part of the cell wall, the parental organism. Here, the new wall formation is required. Okay, so for the formation of new wall, some enzymes are required. So these mesosomes are helpful for the formation of the new cell. Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Right. The cell membrane forms the several structures. Cell membrane forms the several structure. Flagella. Along with this, in prokaryotic organisms, flagella.
Sir, all this arises from cell membrane, sir.
Yes, ma'am, cell membrane.
Okay.
Yes, cell membrane. Okay, three layers envelop here in prokaryotic organisms. The outermost layer, glycocalyx, next to the cell wall, the innermost layer is the cell membrane. The flagella arises from the cell membrane. Each flagellum is consist of mainly three parts. Mainly three parts are there. What are they? They are basal body. Next, the second one is hook. Filament. Right. Filament, hook, basal body. In theory, subjective point of view, one more question. Mention the parts of a flagella. Okay, filament, hook, basal body. Whereas in objective point of view, which of the following parts are present in flagella? Option 1 is filament, option 2 is hook, Option 3 is basal body. Option 4 is all of them. Very good. Fourth option is correct.
Option 4.
Very good option is that. So due to presence of the flagella, some of the bacteria are having flagella. So due to presence of the flagella, the bacteria are moved from one place to another place. So flagellas are the motility structure. So which organs are useful for the motility of the bacteria? Some of the bacteria is flagellas. The flagellum is flagellum singular. Flagella plural. Flagellum is made of flagellin protein. Flagellin protein. That's important for the NEET exam. Flagellum is made of which protein? Flagellin protein. Flagellin. What are the components of parts of the flagellum? The flagellum is consist of filament, protein, and
Basal body.
basal body, which is the motility structure. Locomotory organelle in some bacteria.
Flagella.
So along with these flagellas, some of the bacteria are consist of small tubular structure. Small tubular structure, cylindrical, appears like a cylindrical in shape. So these are called pili.
Pili.
Yes. Pili. The pili is made of pillin protein. Pillin protein. So along with this, fimbriae are present. Fimbriae. The bristle-like structures are present. Bristle-like structures are present. So flagella, pili, and fimbriae. Flagella, pili, fimbriae arises from a cell membrane. Right. Towards inner side, that cell membrane is forms the foldings, the tubules, vesicles, lamellae. Towards outer surface, towards the external, the cell membrane is forms the flagella, pili, and bristle-like structure called as the fimbriae. So, what is the function of fimbriae? The fimbriae is helpful for attachment to the host organism. Host organism, or it's attached to the any object. Suppose if bacterium is reached on this boat, we can see only with the help of a microscope. With the help of the fimbriae, here the bacterium is attached to the board. Then here the board is object. So bacteria are present in everywhere, present in air, water, soil. Right. If the bacteria is reached on the dust, with the help of the fimbriae, the bacterium is attached to the object. So fimbriae are useful for attachment to the host organism or with any object. So fimbriae is made of fibrillin protein. Fibrillin protein. Right. Flagellum is made of flagellin protein. Pili is made of pillin protein. Fimbriae is made of fimbrillin protein. Is it clear now?
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. Do you have any doubts regarding this?
No doubt.
The function of pili, sir.
Function of pili. The pili is helpful for the conjugation, sexual reproduction. Here I drawn the one bacterium. That another bacterium. Main genetic material in one bacterium, nuclei. The additional genetic material, extra genetic material, plasmid. Plasmid is involved in replication process. One plasmid is divided in raised to two plasmids. While the conjugation is the sexual, one of the sexual reproduction in bacteria. Right, in the conjugation process, the two bacteria comes close together. Later, the bacteria are attached. The bacteria are attached. Through this pili, the genetic material of one bacterium is moves to the another bacterium. That there, the plasmid is replicated. No? The replicated plasmid is moves from one bacterium to the another bacterium through the pili. Pillars.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I know the time is over, so today's class also included for a subjective and objective point of view. What is the syllabus for this weekend? From introduction of this chapter to
Mesosome.
mesosomes. Yes, that's it. Okay.
Ribosomes and inclusive bodies are not.
Yeah, ribosomes are not included. It's because now the time is over. Today, that's not included.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no? Do you have any doubts now regarding this today's session?
No doubt, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.